illegitimacy of the NWI Convention. The Independent National Electoral Commission decision not to uphold the purported NWI Convention held on the 27th of March 2024 is a clear indication that the purported convention did not meet the requirement of the National Convention in accordance with the relevant constitutional provision of the party and also relevant legislation governing the affairs of registered political parties in Nigeria. However, we, the beneficiary 2014 National Working Committee of the consent judgment, equivocally state that we stand on our mandate to reconcile all aggrieved members and groups, mobilize and conduct all-inclusive and expansive congresses in the wards, local government areas, and the National Convention that will achieve a united, focused Labour Party, according to the consent judgment delivered by J.O. Honorable Justice Kolawole. If these two Labour Party chieftains, Dr. Alleges Otti, the governor of Abia State, and peterobi, if they are sincere to themselves, if you go through what the invitation they sent out, you will see they called Abure, they say Abure group. This means that they recognize there are groups in Labour Party that are quarreling, that is fighting. But they could only invited Abure group. That's to tell you that's to tell you that they don't mean well for Labour Party. They don't mean anything good for Labour Party. Please, I want to use this opportunity to call on security agents, INEC, please to look out for these men because they are in to use Labour Party for something else. They want to use Labour Party for measure. They want to use Labour Party for whatever that is in their mind. But my group, 2014 National Working Committee Executive, we will resist any attempt to use Labour Party for measure or for any other thing. Okay, gentlemen of the press, I want to assure you, INEC, they have been performing wonderfully and beautifully very well this time. Because they don't want to get involved in Labour Party crisis. They don't want to get involved anymore. If you recall, if INEC had not recognized an acting national secretary in a National Executive Council meeting as a national chairman, while in that meeting, an illegal deputy national chairman was there, an illegal the national vice chairman were there, but they recognized an acting national secretary who from nowhere became an acting or a substantive national chairman. I think at this point, INEC don't want to be dragged into Labour Party problems. And that is why they have said it. Labour Party should go and sort out their problems. And that is why who knows that Akwanga Convention was illegal. And I don't want to talk about the NWI Convention because that one doesn't exist. The National Executive Council meeting in Edo that made an acting national secretary, a national chairman, was also illegal. And according to the Constitution of Labour Party, in absence of the national chairman, the deputy presides. The only legitimate convention that happened, the last one that happened in Labour Party, was that of 2014, where I emerged as the deputy national chairman. Coming to Alleges Otti and Abure, you remember in my speech, I said here that according to my con-ex, he said, great leaders use their position to drive positive change. If you recall, Alleges Otti participated in as well that he was not present, but as long as his deputy and his men are there, he participated heavily in that illegal convention. And you have never had Alleges Otti talk. All this while, all this crisis, Alleges Otti all of a sudden now knew that he's a stakeholder and he want to call for stakeholders meeting. The moment he realized that INEC refused Abure into their quarterly labor political parties and INEC meeting, that is when Dr. Otti woke up from his sleeping. That is when he realized that Abure is no longer chairman. You see, a leader is supposed to use his position to better the lives of their subjects. That is what a leader will do. And I'm of opinion that any leader who speak by their two sides of the mouth supposed not to be a leader. And I will resist. I, Callistus, will resist. I, Callistus Okafor, I repeat again with my group, we will resist anybody who claim to be Mr. Perfect, in quote. We will resist that person to take our party for measure. We will resist it. Labour Party is a big political party. Number second in Nigeria today, we won't allow anybody to take us for measure. No, we will resist it. It is in INEC.
Because on Monday, Jesus and were guilty and threatened to sanction Alleges for trying to constitute the ethical committee. Now INEC doesn't have anybody or what?
Okay, Abure threatening Otti or threatening anybody. Abure don't have constitutional power to threaten anybody anymore. And again, I'm not interested in what Abure and Otti what is happening between them. If you recall, the illegal convention of Abure, Otti as a governor, who knows that convention was illegal. He sent his deputy governor, sent his commissioners, House of Rep members, House of Assembly members that graced that illegal convention. You see, I don't really know what people believe that politics is. Because it's politics, so you can do the politics the way you want it. You say this one today, tomorrow is another one. So if Abure is saying that his tenure is illegal, or whatever he did that is illegal, he say it based that Otti, His Excellency L.S. Otti, graced that convention. But in the eyes of the law, in the eyes of our constitution, nobody, as we speak today, Abure is not a Labour Party national chairman, neither any other person. But in the eyes of the law, by the constitution of Labour Party, the only legally acting national chairman, you can say, I'm not calling myself a national chairman. I must act as a deputy. That's the constitution. I have to act. Maybe 3 months, 6 months, then bring peace to Labour Party, and again prepare for congresses and convention. In as much as INEC don't recognize me, but I want to let you know that the only constitutionally recognized acting national chairman today is my very self, Callistus Okafor. Thank you. You are wrong when you said that all this group emerged after Abure's convention. That means you are not following Labour Party crisis. Labour Party crisis started 2017. When myself, as a deputy national chairman, then act as an acting national chairman, Abure as an acting national secretary, convene a special convention that was held at Stone Age Hotel, Central Area. And we removed the late A.S. Salam as our chairman and elected the late Michael Motosho as our chairman. That crisis is the genesis of this. That particular special convention is the genesis of this crisis in Labour Party. It was because of that special convention that A.S. Salam was removed. A.S. Salam ran to NLC. But before then, Labour Party leadership went to court against NLC, fighting the ownership of Labour Party. When the late A.S. Salam went to NLC to tell them to help him because, according to him, Inyamri, I am the one he called Inyamri, Inyamri has removed him with his people. NLC President Ayuba Nwaba, who is still alive today, asked him, why do you run to us? He said, because you are the owner of the Labour Party. Ayuba Nwaba laughed. So how can you say you are the owner of the Labour Party when you are in court contesting the ownership of Labour Party? He said, I agree, you are the owner of the Labour Party. You register Labour Party. Ayuba Nwaba said, okay, what we do, go first, bring out that case from the court, then before we can talk. He hurriedly went to court, withdrew the case, and came back. Ayuba called us. Callistus, Michael Motosho group, his own group, NLC, we all sat in NLC conference hall, and we started discussing. At the end of the day, NLC gave the legal advisor of Labour Party, Akimbade, Barrister Akimbade, go and draft a reconciliation note. Go and draft it. With one of the one barrister, I've forgotten the guy's name. Go and draft it and bring it. And both of them went and drafted it. We reconvened and looked at it. We made so many corrections. At the end of the day, all of us agreed and we signed. When we signed that agreement, Ayuba Nwaba, in his wisdom, because he knows the character of people we were all dealing with, he said, call your lawyer, let your own lawyer go to court, file this agreement, and convert it to consent judgment. He said his lawyer will not agree because he is owing his lawyer. He said, I'm not interested whether you're owing lawyer. Don't worry. We will pay for this one. Which Ayuba Nwaba, as the president of the Congress then, paid. And the son went to court and obtained consent judgment. Let me tell you 3 things that in that consent judgment is very, very key. Number one, he said, though Labour Party is not a trade union, but was registered by Nigerian Labour Congress for the betterment of Nigerian workers, but they are not the one piloting it. Second, said, there shall be all-inclusive and expansive convention according to the Constitution of Labour Party, not according to the Constitution of NLC, not according to the stakeholders meeting, not according to the peterobi and the Otti stakeholders meeting. Neither is not according to the NTC stakeholders meeting, but according to the Constitution of Labour Party. Number 5, and which is the last of that consent judgment, said that this agreement will be irrevocably binding to all the people hearing. It was after that we all agreed that we're going to meet in a top-rank hotel to have a meeting on how to go obey the consent judgment. That meeting held once, and we didn't see these people again. The next thing we heard is that they have gone to Mina, and extended their tenure. The son, NLC lawyer, went to court immediately and got interlocutory injunction that says that status quo should remain. Status quo before the war should remain. They still did not obey it. They went to Akwanga and did their so-called convention, like what happened in NWI. You can, according to the Constitution of the Labour Party, there are procedures, there are processes to go for convention. One is to have national working committee meeting to deliberate on it and bring out the modalities of that convention and send it to the National Executive Council that will approve it. When that is approved by National Working Committee, the next thing is to put convention committee. Then you start from word. You write a letter immediately to INEC. Who will write this letter? National Chairman and National Secretary. I mean, well recognized, constitutional recognized, the National Chairman and the National Secretary that is recognized by the law will write INEC, giving them 21 days notice for a notice for that congresses. So it depends on how the party want it. They will start from the world congresses. After one day, the next day is for petitions. The third day, they can do the local government congresses. You give another 2 days for those who will bring their petitions. Then from there, you get to state, you go to national convention. This is the only way, according to the Labour Party constitution, that the convention can be convened. So anything anybody is conveying, we cannot be there. We that are national members of the National Working Committee cannot be there. And somebody in his comfort zone, comfort office, calling stakeholders meeting, and they think it will hold. It cannot hold water.
Okay, sir. Now, my final question. So, are you by any way inferring that the candidates that you have as a party,
Yeah.
you not you as a
The Labour Party.
the current candidates of Labour Party in Edo and Ondo in the forthcoming election are illegal candidates? Or does your own group also have candidates in those elections that are coming?
You see, we are law-abiding citizens. We are not in a hurry to put candidates anywhere. How can I be putting candidates when when INEC has not recognized me? No, all I want to do, and what INEC want everybody, the Labour Party to do now, is to come together, make peace, have one united Labour Party, and then submit their names. INEC will recognize it. But you cannot call the candidates we have now, not candidates, our governors and our House of Assembly members and the our former presidential candidate cannot call for any meeting. Even if they want to call we want to reconcile these people, you cannot call one group and leave others. You call the ones that can give you what you want, give you the soul of Labour Party to go and do measure. It doesn't happen that way. Things does not happen that way. So, for the man in Edo, you recall, as of the time he emerged, Abure's tenure was still ongoing. So that man is a legitimate candidate of Labour Party. So, but if there is any other, as of the day Abure's tenure, 1 year extension tenure expired, any other person Abure puts anywhere, that person is an illegal candidate. Thank you.
Who has the right to convene a Congress? Because this whole issue of 3 groups now emerged after that convention. That convention seems to be Congress by Julius Abure and his team. What do you think is calling Julius Abure?
Why don't you ask me one after the other? I can't have everything you're asking me.
Somebody send it to me, so
okay.
Can you read it? Then you'll be answering us. I think it's Oscar that sent it to us.
Okay. Okay. Your first question is, say, what has your reconciliation committee achieved? Yes. My reconciliation committee, we have called the president of the Congress, Comrade Joe Ajero. He has not picked, and he has not responded to all the text messages I've sent to him. But we're not relenting in anything. We will keep on doing what we should do to make sure there is peace in Labour Party. We have also called Martins is like, I don't know, I think he's either the Secretary General or the Deputy President of TUC. We have called him 1 or 2 occasions. We have visited him once, and we will still visit him. We have called Abure Group. Let me state here, in Abure Group, the only people that's supposed to join the meeting, the peace meeting we're calling, is Sunday Okeke, Abure, Julius Abure. We have also called Apapa, Lamidi Apapa. He is also one of us. Lamidi Apapa and his group, we have called them too, and we are doing everything within our powers to make sure there's peace in Labour Party. But in Abure Group, apart from Abure and Sunday Okeke, any other person you see in that committee, they're all Abure's appointees. None of them has gone through congresses or convention. So I don't regard those ones as members, even members of Labour. Oh, they should be members of Labour Party. But regarding them as members of working committee, no, they are not. Before you call yourself a member of National Working Committee, you must pass through convention. That is the truth. Abure cannot appoint people from Blues and call them his committee. Do you see those people, Abure is parading and calling the National Working Committee? They don't even have the constitutional power to conduct any congresses or convention. That brings me to one of your questions here. Abure's secret plans to convey congresses and convention. Abure lacks the power, the constitutional power now to conduct any congress or convention. He doesn't have the powers. He doesn't. So I assure you people that by the special grace of God, my group and the Abure group, because they are still in 2014 convention. So my group, Abure group, Apapa group, we are doing everything to reconcile ourselves. Then carrying NLC, TUC, carrying them along so that there will be a one united Labour Party. Anything apart from this, I assure you, it is illegal and it cannot hold water. I think, I don't know if there's any other question. You asked me who is bankrolling Abure. How would I know? I'm not God. I'm not interested in who is bankrolling Abure. Abure, for the fact, INEC still kept Abure's name at their website. Abure can still use the fact that his name is still at the INEC website to get money from anybody. I want to let you know, as a national chairman, anybody you call, listen, I want to do meeting, I want to do this, I want to do that, they will oblige you, they will give you money. So I'm not bothered or who is bankrolling Abure or who is not bankrolling Abure. But one thing I know, that Abure tenure is illegal tenure is over. At this point, Abure is no more welcome by INEC. But still, I want to use this opportunity, this medium, to call on INEC. If you know that Abure's tenure is over, like you have made us to understand by throwing him away at your INEC quarterly meeting, between INEC and the political parties, please remove Abure's name from the INEC website. That is the right thing to do. You can't tell us, you can't make us to understand that Abure tenure is over. You don't recognize anybody. Labour Party has no longer any chairman. Yet, Abure's name is still hanging there in INEC website. So, all I know that the Labour Party will eventually come together. We are doing everything humanly possible to bring Labour Party, to bring all of us together. That is why that letter, that invitation, stakeholders meeting invitation I see circulating by the governor and the peterobi is laughable. It's funny. They don't have the constitutional rights. Only 3 groups have been fighting before you enter Labour Party, and you're inviting only one group. It's really funny, but I want to assure you that INEC is with Labour Party constitution. INEC know that the peterobi or Alleges Otti has no constitutional power to call or to put any caretaker committee. Their plans is to lure Abure, to use Abure to put a caretaker committee. But they can't put, they don't have the constitutional right to put a caretaker committee until the whole people that are fighting, until we all reconcile. So I want to tell them that whatever they think they're doing, they're just wasting their time and their money because it will not hold water. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much. My name is Frankie. I report for Channels TV. I just like to, I came late, so.
I want to state the hidden facts in the Labour Party crisis. According to my Con-X, great leaders use their position to drive positive change. Purported Labour Party extended stakeholders meeting. The governor of Abia State, Dr. Alex Otti, and the presidential candidate of the party in the 2023 general election, Mr. Peterobi, have no constitutional power to call for a stakeholders meeting without the approval of the party's executive, which is presided by my very self, Callistus Okafor. In the light of the above, any meeting called by persons outside the consent judgment is null and void. This is a clear indication that both Dr. Alex Otti, the governor of Abia State, and Mr. Peterobi want to hijack the machinery of the party for their personal gain, especially Peterobi, who desperately wants to use the party for measure. We will resist any person or group who wants to use the party for his or her selfish gain. If you recall, last month, we were told that Peterobi called for a peace meeting in a party office. He selected some people, that's a Papa group and Abure group. After they had that meeting on that very day, I believe that meeting didn't go down with a Papa group. And that is why you can see the letter, the invitation, the stakeholders meeting sent out by Peterobi and Dr. Alex Otti, that is everywhere in the social media. You can see only Abure group is the people that they invited. Other people they invited is themselves. National Assembly members, State Assembly members. These are the only people that Otti and Obi regards as the stakeholders. Oh, I remember they also called NLC and the TUC. These two persons now has made themselves or regarded themselves as the executive of Labour Party. That's really funny. Expired leadership tenure. It is a well-known fact that the illegal tenure of Julius Abure ended on the 27th June 2024. It is criminal deception for Abure to fraudulently parade himself as the chairman of Labour Party when he knows that he no longer enjoys privileges under the law. Whatever Abure does at this point is another attempt at manipulating his dwindling fellowship into the false belief that there is hope. However, this is mirage.